My topic is quicksort. First of all, what are various features? It follows divide and conquer strategy. Number 2, it is in place sorting. In place sorting means it doesn't require any extra storage in memory. And third is it is unstable sort. What do you mean by stable or unstable? What is stability of any sorting algorithm? If we have two records P and R with same key value, and if P appears before R in original array, then after sorting P also appears before R in sorted array. But our quicksort is unstable because in quicksort swapping is occur based on the pivot elements, so it is unstable sort. We see with the help of example how it works. First of all, how it works. In quicksort, we consider a pivot element, and we can consider first element, last element, middle element, and randomly any element as your pivot element. In this partitioning of array occurs, and how it occurs? Suppose I have an array and X is my pivot element. So this partitioning algorithm will put this X at its correct position, and before X all smaller element will appear, and after X all elements with key value greater than X will appear. Now we see how it works with the help of example. Suppose I have an array two, 8, 7, 1, 3, 5, 6, 4. Now in my example I have considered last element as my pivot element. This is your initial index, this is your last index. I have numbered my indexed my array 1, 2, 3 up to 8. Now here loop will run from P to R minus 1. Why R minus 1? Because I have considered last element as a pivot element. So how it works? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. I have taken two variables j and I. I have initially set the value of I and j. Initially I equal to 0 and j is 1, and j will run from p to r minus 1. Now first I will compare a of j, means j is equal to 1. Initially j is equal to 1. I have compared a of 1 with my pivot element. If my a of j is less than my pivot element, then what action is here? I will be incremented by 1 and then I will swap ai with aj. And then j increment will be incremented. If aj is greater than your pivot element, then no action is required, only j is incremented by 1. So we see here, now 2 is less than 4, it means a of j is less than your pivot element. Here x is your pivot element. Now 2 is less than 4, it means I will be incremented by 1. Now I is incremented by 1. Now j is 1. Now swap a of 1 with a of 1, means swap 2 with 2. This will remain same. So after first iteration, my array will be same. Now j is incremented by 1, that is equal to 2. Now my I is here, my j is equal to 2. Now again compare, now j is equal to 2, a of j with your pivot element. This 8 is greater than 4, so no action is required, simply increment j by 1. Now my j after second iteration, j by 1, it means my second iteration, my array will be like this. And what is the value of I? That is equal to 1, and what is the value of j? That is equal to 3. Now j is here, I is here. Now j is equal to 3. Now compare a of j with your pivot element. Again your 7 is greater than 4, it means no action is required, simply increment j by 1. So after third iteration, my I will be 1 and j will be 4. That is here, j is here, I is here, I index this. Now check, now j is equal to 4. Now check a of j is less than 4. Now condition true, 1 is less than 4. It means what action we have to plan? We have to increment I by 1. Now I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 4. Swap a of 2 with a of 4, means 8 will be swapped with 1, means 1 is here, 8 is here. So after 4 iteration, my array will be like this, 2, 1. Now 8 is swapped with 1, 7, 8, 3, 5, 6, 4. Now my I is here, now j is incremented by 1. Now my j is here. Now check, this a of j is less than 4. Again 3 is less than 4, condition true. What does it mean? So we have to increment I by 1. means we have I here. Now swap means we have incremented I by 1. Now swap a of 3 with a of 5. Now 3 is swapped with 7. Now after this iteration, my array will be 3, 8, 7, 5, 6, 4, like this. Now j is incremented by 1. Now my j is here. Now check this 5 is less than 4. No, it is greater, so no action is required. It means j is incremented by 1. So this iteration, after this iteration, my array will be this j. Now this check, this 6 is less than 4. Again 6 is greater than 4. No action is required. Just increment j. Now we'll stop here as we have to run the loop from p to r minus 1. So we'll stop my loop here. We'll stop the loop here. Now after all iterations, what is the value, final value of I? That is equal to 3. What is the final value of j? That is equal to 7. Now I have to swap my pivot element with a of I plus 1. So now this is your final value of I. This is your I plus 1. It means I have to swap this 4 with this 8. Let's do it. 2, 1, 3, 4, 7, 5, 6, 8. Now you see, this is my pivot element, and at the left of this element 4, there are all smaller elements, and at the right of 4, there are all greater element than 4. Now we have two lists, that is one which contains 2, 1 and 3, and another list that contains 7, 5, 6 and 8. As it is a recursive procedure, the same procedure will run on these two lists, that on list number 1 and list number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So same procedure will run from we'll call again quicksort 1, 2, 3 and quick, as it is a recursive procedure, quicksort 5 to 8, and the same step will be repeated on these two lists. It's 2, 1, 3 and 7, 5, 6, 8 on list number 2. So we see its algo. This is the algo for quicksort. So quicksort, here A is array, P is your initial index, R is your final or last index. Now here Q represents the position of pivot element. After partitioning, we get the correct position of pivot element, that is stored into Q. Now it is a recursive procedure. The same will be run from P to Q minus 1 and Q plus 1 to R. Now we see how partitioning algorithm will occur. We have already implemented this with the help of example, we have stored the value of pivot element into a variable that is equal to x, and initialize I as that is equal to initial index minus 1. We have run a loop from p to p to r minus 1. Again we have checked if your a of j is less than x, then we increment I by 1 and exchange a of I with a of j. Otherwise, if a of j is greater than x, no action is required, only j will be incremented by 1. And in the last, we exchanged pivot element with your I plus 1 location, and this I plus 1 is the position of pivot exact position of pivot element. So we see how much time this partitioning algorithm will take, means how many comparisons will be there. So in line number 1 only assignment is there, so complexity would be constant. In line number 2 again there is assignment, so complexity would be constant. This is constant complexity. And from line number 3, for line number 3 to 8, a loop is running, that is from initial index to approximately last index, means n times the loop is running. So from 3 to 8 the time will be big of n times, n comparisons, for n comparisons. And in line number 9 we are just swapping the two variables, so complexity would be constant. And in line number 10 again we are returning a value, which so complexity would be constant. So the total complexity of this partitioning procedure or partitioning algorithm is equal to big of n. Now we see what is the complexity of quicksort in worst case. Worst case. So worst case, when it will occur, when list is reverse sorted. Suppose we have an array 4, 3, 2, 1. Suppose I have taken as 1 as your pivot element. Each time my j will be incremented by 1, so my pivot element will be same, so no change will be here. So each time I am getting a list of n minus 1 element and 0 element each time when I'm iterating my procedure. So what would be my recurrence in this case? Tn minus 1 plus t0. Each time I am getting a list of n minus 1 elements and 0 element, plus dn plus cn. So this is the time for dividing my array, and this is the time for combining my array. So we see Tn is equal to Tn minus 1 plus, this is constant 1, plus now dn, this is time for dividing an array. For dividing the array we have used partitioning of an algorithm, partitioning array, and there are n number of comparisons, so complexity is big of n, plus what is the time for combining my array, as there is no need of merging array, so time would be 1 constant. So my final recurrence is Tn minus 1 plus n. If I solve this recurrence with iterative method, then my complexity would be equal to big O of n square. Now complexity of quicksort in best case. In best case, when will it occur? When list is divided into two parts, means my recurrence would be equal to T by 2 plus Dn plus Cn. This is time for partitioning the algorithm, that is n. There is no time for combining the array, that is equal to 1. So my final recurrence for this, so if I solve this recurrence with the help of master's method, my time would be equal to n log. This is my complexity in best case. Thank you.